I think we need to position ourselves a little bit.
What is that, about 7.5? Without investing anything?
So they can push around.
So like we were averaging last year, let's just say, somewhere between these two discussions about just the price.
That's what it works, it's like 6 hours.
The other
Trying to put them in there. The
problem
solar,
was we worked out
solar farm, I don't know if you've seen them now. One person that is really, yes, the solar electric around.
you know, and building offered as a role,
I don't know that I don't read things, but how the stuff you read, you wonder if it's true, just
not necessarily promote that way.
they say, it's not good for
To
the
say,
soil and
we want to see.
big thing about
University had to be on that. And so we already know that.
I'm thinking how many other places, because if you look at it, if you look it up on the website, it talks about because she owns a and then right after that,
I don't know what
there could be contamination.
restrictions are.
It's on the deeds, it's on the deeds. Yes.
That's a question. You might be able to answer it. I'm sure for all those things, they say, station. I mean, I'm sure.
Turd in it.
Lived to be 93, and he's not an egg for every
But they can't
every and whatever trouble you get went into the nursing home.
No, we still got.
You know, they cut him back. Years. Pretty much they hear it. But it's, I'm sad.
Well, we hear it.
Your truck all done this winter? Shoot, all it is.
So you come in, oh, yeah, we want to meet it. Get my tucker. So that's the thing.
2 months, because it's just too cold.
I just,
I got stuff I can do. I got the stairs.
That's
That's January. Excited about the cold.
That's all the legalities that it gotta make sure.
All right, Christmas Sunday, work like, all right, thank you. Did you sign that?
Yes.
Whenever use, or whenever proposed use there.
We left on the point for,
Be in accordance with our planning.
took your time, get right.
That's all, that's what I'm saying. We get all.
Now, you flew to Texas.
Put this together.
Yeah, that's all yours.
And it matches up.
Good place to be. Normal. Couple of, I was in Daytona, we got down to 22,
You would think, you would think.
and it's warmer than Indiana.
No, buddy.
I know, but also 50 degrees, the whole idea was.
I talked to him yesterday, and he said it was 28 degrees. It's cold, but it's cold down there.
You can't do anything.
Instead of, no insulation usually.
You understand what the government needs to work, but it's like, it's like, we got
But
everything.
it looked like it was pretty warm down in Miami tonight. Yeah. I was glad to see that. You know, last time when Indiana went to the Rose Bowl, I was in the Navy, it was 1960.
So it's all right.
That's the last time they won the Big Ten championship. They said they had we lost 2 football games.
Did you see that? So the, like football, I'm supposed to make things like that.
We don't have a big
It was fun. It's fun to see a season like that every once in a while. Yeah. Very exciting. Yeah. You had those college sports, those things playing on actually they had
They're gonna be this last, like I've got trifocals.
his brother's not staying there.
Those are not, can't focus on it. I think it was out there.
That's become almost as good as being a pro. Yeah. A couple $1 million a year. All of this.
You gotta convince yourself. Sorry. Whatever it is, they can look at it quick. Like a sample guidance. Not where guys are sitting there. Skin disease stuff, higher volume, you are landing. If he did, on staff survey, and maybe it was good. The optics are not good. Whatever it is, hopefully it's in the rearview mirror.
Well, that's a little bit different. I don't blame I see that. That should be an option, this money comes through.
Is it a
Just that,
It's gonna have to fall. And I mean, it's really soft, not itchy, it's just, it's so fluffy that it won't walk this. So you can't, it's easy top. Okay. Have you come back with the video no way?
Yeah, all right.
She's something.
They have, they show you, because they're good Christmas.
Yeah.
And they said, we're just. All three days. How you doing? Good. All right. Is it there? So
If you're tired, surgery's not. I had to find out. I don't regret it. I'm thankful. And it,
yeah, that's. You did that.
and then, you know, back there was best. And back surgery.
It's hard to remember. I understand.
Physical therapy, laser therapy, hard therapy. You walk in,
Yeah.
was looking back, I sort of wish it's the same.
Yes, it's like that's.
You know, the ones out front, yes, they might be in that door. So, yeah. What's our surgery? In one time.
I don't know yet. That's what they're not gonna be up there.
If there's finger involved.
Well. We gotta get one out there and it is another time.
Sorry. Relax. Hey, I'm not. I'm not very. I'll be here. For a day.
This is the. Shot my property.
I'm the first week.
They were.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to open the meeting.
Second.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Here.
Harry,
Here.
Bobby, here. Glenn here. Jefferson,
Here.
Andrea is absent. Need a motion to approve the agenda?
Make the motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approval of, I need a motion to approve the December 17th, 2025 council meeting minutes.
Make the motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Council report. Okay, the old business, one, you know, I think I brought something on the office. Sorry about that.
Put it in your pocket. But never hold it in the bid. Yeah, boy. I'm very good. I'm over.
Smart.
Those four person. So,
Okay, 14733 Main Street Realtor. So we've interviewed 3 realtors to list the school building, and I think we'll be able to make a decision by probably next week, the end of the month at the latest. So that's what's going on with that.
what's that again now?
Picking a realtor for the school building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we interviewed, Jeff McGowan from Jam Real Estate, Brett Behrman from, Behrman Realty, and, Sandy Baker and Andy Lomar from Lomar Realty.
Okay.
So we just have a couple more questions to get answered, and then we'll make a decision on which one we're gonna choose.
All right.
14467 Main Street rental agreement. That is the rental agreement with Steve Schoenberger for the, Methodist Church building. And
Another agenda.
we just need a motion to approve the rental agreement with Steve.
I make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
The insurance for the school, 14733 Main Street. So the insurance did go up a little bit, as was, so last year it was $30,966.28. This year it's gonna be $31,658.15. So it was an increase of $691. I sent an email to Matt Box to see if we could just pay quarterly. Since we're gonna be listing the school, hopefully, we get it sold before the end of the year. So I'm waiting to hear back about the quarterly payments, but. So we, yeah, okay, I'll second it. All in favor? Okay, St. Nicholas, rental application. So, last meeting, we had talked about St. Nicholas needing a place to do basketball practice for a little while their third gym is getting renovated. And we had came up with that she could rent it for, 10 different days. So here is the rental agreement. We just all need to sign off on it so I can put it in the files and give them a copy. I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
So next we need to approve the 2026 town council, president position. What do you guys want to do on that this year? I'm okay with that. That's what you guys want.
I'll second.
We need to, approve the 2026 town attorney for this year. Okay,
I'll second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we need to approve the 2026 town employees.
Make a motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We need to appoint someone to the CERC as a representative from the town of Marcel. I've been doing that, I'm okay with that. Continuing to do that, if you guys are okay with that, or if one of you would like to take one.
Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Interlocal agreement, with Dearborn County Planning and Zoning. So, Andrea had a check on West Harrison's planning and zoning. And they have, Dearborn County takes care of theirs, like they have, it's really nice and neat. They have their zoning maps, everything right online. So, we thought we would reach out to them and just see what they could, could do for us. Well, we got the, estimate back. And it is going to be for the first year, 2026 would be $21,000. For the second year, it would be 13,000. Third year, 13,000, then every year after that would be a 3% increase. That's something I don't think the town of Marcel can ever afford, so. I just wanted to relay the message, the information to you guys, and we need to just make a decision on that.
Well, you said,
That's-
see.
I had no idea it was gonna be that kind of money.
Yeah.
Will you guys sign that also? Okay, so I will make a motion that we do not do that.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, approve missing receipts. So we have. Brian, Mondry had took the car to the car wash. And there was, it didn't print out his receipt. So it was for $20, we just need to approve that we can go ahead and pay this without the receipt. He has a receipt information here for, certificate of missing receipt. We just need to sign off on it and.
All motion.
I'll second.
Aye.
Alright. Okay. Quick claim deed for the road from Main Street to College Street. So the strip of land that goes from Main Street back to the corner by where you turn to go back behind Carnegie, no one owns that strip. So, we are petitioning, if you guys want, we'll petition to, get a quick claim deed and then that will be our road.
Okay.
Lady said, you know, we would like to eventually maybe get that paved, in the end of College Street to Carnegie that is not paved. So, need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
This is the.
Okay. Now we have, the domains for the food pantry.
Hi, my name's Amanda Dement. I run a food pantry in Guilford, Indiana. We are a weekly faith and donation-based food pantry where people can come every week and get what they need without proof of residency. I was approached earlier this month, by Jim Hughes about, taking over the Morris Hill food pantry with my sister-in-law, who was not able to make it. She just had surgery last week. This is something that we would think would be beneficial for the community because not everyone is able to make it down to Guilford every week. We feel like being able to have access to the food is very important and everyone should have the chance to have the access to food. I personally grew up very, very poor and wish my parents utilized the use of food pantries. And my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, Mariah, who is not able to be here tonight, she's medically, complex, and there were times where Mariah and my mother-in-law would be at Bradley's, for weeks on end, and, my father-in-law, my husband, and my older, brother-in-law would have to, you know, pray through it and work, and sometimes that didn't even cover, you know, the bills and food, but just trusting in God and praying, it led to boxes of ducks being left on their porch and, just a lot of things, and we wanted to kind of, normalize the use of food pantries and food banks and kind of end the stigma of they're just bad. Everyone is struggling. I struggle. I have 4 kids. One of them is special needs, and I can't work because between therapies, appointments from children's to Riley's, my husband is the sole provider. And I also homeschool my children now, since my mother-in-law has, told us that she has a liver failure, and, this is just something that is really dear to us. And, we started this not even a year ago, and we've been able to help hundreds of people. In the 9 months that we started this, and on January 6th of this year, we were, recognized by the Conference of the United Methodist Church. And we received a $2,500 grant. And with that, we are going to be able to purchase a refrigerator. So we're able to take more donations that require to be refrigerated. So eggs and milk and stuff like that. So we're gonna be able to help more people that way. Right now, we just do canned goods and non-perishables. But we're going to be purchasing a refrigerator so we can help more people. And I truly believe that being able to take over the Morrisville Food Pantry would give us access to reach more people. Because not everyone can drive all the way to Guilford, especially if the weather, who knows what the weather is going to do. I just feel like this would be a really good middle point for people from all over Dearborn County and, other, if we're able to, other surrounding counties, to be able to get what they need, because everyone struggles more than once a month. And, we would like to be able to try to do it weekly. If not, we can figure it out, and just, we are really faith-based, so we'll pray through it, and we want to be able to take this opportunity to reach the community and really make a name for ourselves for what we're doing. My sister-in-law is only 16, but she works her tail off to help me weekly, and we have literally put blood, sweat, and tears into what we're doing right now in Guilford. And that would really transfer over to this.
Are you planning on, you'll still have Guilford?
Yes, we would make it on a different day, because in Guilford, we do it from 12 to 3:30. On Tuesdays, and before 12, that's where I go to the Church on Fire in Harrison to pick up our fresh produce and the bread and other things that they're able to donate. So that's what I do every Tuesday, and I would be more than willing to do it again Wednesday or something that can accommodate our homeschooling schedule, because Mariah is also in school still. If I'm really flexible, but we would really like this opportunity, and it means a lot to us to have someone think of us to take over the pantry for the town.
Right, so we had talked about trying to get it started again here. It breaks my heart also that there's not one. I was a hungry kid too. Would you guys be willing to work with someone else from the town? And like join forces and,
We just, our main thing is we don't want it to interfere with what we're doing right now in Guilford.
oh yeah,
Because we have people that, I live in Versailles, and we have people coming all the way from Versailles and Holton and stuff like that, that really depend on us every week, so.
how does that work as far as, so it's not like town-wide? Cause I know like several people from Morrisville now are getting served at Milan. At first, it was only if you had a child that went to school at Milan, you could get served. But since ours is closed, they've opened that up. How does that work as far as like other towns can, that's not an issue at all?
Let my.
So, I'm not on the agenda, sorry, is that okay?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
good, yeah.
So, and they don't ask for verification because one, that creates an enormous amount of paperwork. And, you know, to be honest, the things are given to us. They're given to us to give to other people, so I don't care who gets them. You know, if you work 2 days this week and you're gonna be really short and somebody's gonna suffer, well, then come on and get what you need. And money that has been donated, they buy toiletries and, toilet paper, things that you can't buy, like if a patron does receive food stamps or whatever. But the truth is, people are struggling, and this little community is, hope this doesn't offend anybody, but it is very economically depressed. I've lived in other places, and, it's great when they do things for kids in the schools, but I've been a homeschooler for 30 years. I mean, my kids didn't go to public school, so they wouldn't have received those benefits there. And we all have heard stories, I'm sure, of children who, they canceled the funding for the breakfasts and the lunches and all that. So then now the kids aren't eating until they come back, and then now what are they gonna eat? I know that there are people that take advantage. I'm not dumb. I also know that, people spend their money buying drugs instead of buying food. And I regret that, but the children should not suffer. And, you know, I guess I feel like, you know, these things, as far as coming from another town, we always try to ask, you know, they try to out, my daughter, she is so passionate about this. And I wish she could be here, but she just had major surgery last week. She was actually on the couch still. So, but they don't, you know, they try to ask, you know, where do you live? Because Mariah, I mean, she'll come straight up to you and she'll, you know, she is so sweet and so friendly. You just want to engage in conversation, and she'll ask if she could pray for you. Do you have any needs? You know, I mean, she is very vocal, and she'll ask, you know, where do you live? And if they say, we live in Milan or whatever, she has a whole book that she's compiled of resources in the area. And she'll say, well, did you know? And she'll take them right out there. Did you know that there are these places there? And it doesn't disqualify them from coming to the church. It just, maybe it can help them, because maybe somebody else is offering, you know, meat and milk and things like that, up until this time, we haven't been able to offer.
Right.
So as far as the town situation, this would be totally separate. Obviously, they're willing to work within whatever framework the town sets, you know? And yes, we realize there's a difference between a town and a church, but we can't change who we are, and we're not going to. We are who we are. But people are just, this is just such a troubled time. You know, I don't even know why this works. Like at the church, it literally is like a loaves and fishes thing. It just keeps coming. And while it's coming, I mean, you know, we're gonna give it out. And so they pray over all the donations and they ask God to send them who needs to come today, and that's who comes. So I anticipate that's how it would work over here too. But as far as the town, whatever framework they set is fine.
But can you tell us what that is? What are you looking for from the town?
Oh, as far as we're concerned,
No, like, so there's a facility behind it.
yes.
So are you looking for the space? Are you looking for the refrigerator? Are you looking for?
They were approached about having a food pantry here. So, whoever approached them, I don't know that person. I don't know if they have an inroad to this town or why they even brought it up.
He's the guy that gets like the donuts and all that stuff.
We would
Okay.
need a space.
They have to have space for sure. I mean, I'd love to do it out of my house, but it's not that big.
Is
Well-
that the understanding? We're still talking about the facility behind it.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I don't know where.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Tammy and I have talked about this a little bit too. There's no water there. For sanitation.
And I don't wanna bring up a sore spot, but there's a lot of empty buildings in this town. We have to do something.
What, empty buildings?
Yeah, I mean, there's places, you know, there's storefronts or whatever, places that I don't know if they're being utilized. Or if it's the building behind, I don't know what they would really need water for, except for, you know, bathrooms or something.
Well, just cleanliness and like safe service.
Yeah, well, and they wear gloves.
Right, but you know, food contamination, right, so yeah, I
Well,
mean,
the refrigerator's there.
no, all the refrigerators are gone, they took all that stuff with them.
So we'll be starting from scratch.
So we're gonna have to start from
Okay.
scratch.
And that's what we can, cause we don't know what the town has. in
Right,
mind.
right,
And but we're willing to work and try to figure it out as, you know, a group. We feel like this would be really it would be utilized very, very well in this community. And
yeah, we're not opposed to bringing a food pantry back, and in fact, we've done some research on our own, like Cincinnati Food Bank, things like that, so, yeah, we can get with you, Amanda, and then we can, you know, try to figure this out and.
And networking obviously that's the key. And you know, up until this moment, I didn't know that what was in there,
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
something about-
or if it even still was available, or you're talking about a building here, or what are you looking at?
I don't know, I mean, to me, I wouldn't be opposed to it being in the basement of the.
Trying to help you forward, that's what you're trying to get from the town.
Well, we're all kind of looking at information, so do you have, what do you think? I mean, do you have something to add to this? Or are we answering the question?
Yeah,
We are,
yeah.
are we sort of,
Well,
with what we know so far?
it's what, So what I'm trying to help you frame is what you're asking the town. And what the town needs to do so that you can operate it.
We have to have a
So
place.
I know the town's
And a
interested,
refrigerator.
and I would be interested to help the town make that happen. So it works out, that's great, but we've heard some pretty, we had some falling out with food pantries in the past and some other issues. And that's where there's some reluctancy from the town because of some past issues. So that had nothing to do with you, I'm just trying to figure out how do we move forward? So I would like to see it in town, absolutely, I'd be all in favor of that, that's not the issue, I'm just asking, what does the town need to do, what is it you're looking from the town?
Yes,
And then, as far as the space, if we have a space, I'm not sure if that space is even viable.
yes.
Okay.
Worked for years.
So I wasn't clear on, what he was saying, sorry about that. Yes. Obviously, there has to be a place, and there would have to really be a refrigerator, that's gonna be pretty important.
Oh, yeah.
A refrigerator or even like, a fridge with a freezer or something, yes,
I would think there would be needed to be more than one. If
Right,
You need refrigerators and freezers.
I don't
and,
understand why the ones over there go back to there. Somebody's gotta have some say about that, and what's the food pantry? How do they just take them out?
They
and say
told
that?
me as long as they went to a 501(c), that they could give them to another 501(c), and they did. And there's none available to come back there. That's what I was told.
and as far as the previous situation, obviously, we don't know anything about that. We're totally right.
So I was.
And the church and
Or,
other.
do we have any,
I think we probably need to move on for the meeting and just.
Right,
Like us
yeah,
get
we'll
together.
get back together, get together and start working on this. Okay, okay, and I think you have my phone number, I think you may also have Rebecca's.
I think I do have Rebecca's. Go ahead and give me yours, Amanda.
It's 812-621-0262.
Okay. And as far as Jim's concerned, we're not really sure why, other than he gets bread and things. I don't know why he inserted himself in there. What's
I
that?
think someone from
Because he's not from.
I think someone from the old community that was ran into town approached him and they we do a lot of work with him and he approached me about it.
Jim probably should have taken it up.
Yeah, he told me he didn't wanna be a middleman or anything, like he told me to get a hold of Danny and Lynn. So I did.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
And just to clarify, we had nothing to do with the previous situations, we don't even know who it was, I don't wanna know, I don't care. But just for the purpose of this meeting, yes, we'll have to reach us and, whatever we can do to help facilitate that, we would love to, if you choose to move forward.
Okay. All right, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, or you don't have to if you don't want. It's really up to you. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is to reappoint Derek Stevens as a Dearborn County EMA board. Derek was on there for us last year. He said that he would do it again, so we just need a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, clerk treasurer report. Approved December 2025 general sewer and payroll account APBs. I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved December 2025 payroll fund and utility reports. I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved December 2025 certification of internal controls by the Morsel Council. I'll make a motion.
I'll second
All in favor?
it. Aye.
Approved December 1st through December 31st, 2025 payroll time worksheets. I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved December 2025 payroll allowance docket. I'll make a motion.
I'll second
All in favor?
it. Aye.
Okay. Approved December 2025 wastewater utility adjustments. I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
pay back, so, Dave is in a different perk than, what Brian is,
Well, Brian's on that.
or was,
Brent,
Brent.
I will read me 1977 plan. The specific police plan have to be under 45, I think, to take advantage of that.
so then Dave is back into
First plan.
the perk plan. So Andrew is taking extra money out of his check, to pay that extra perk back. So we just need a motion to approve that.
make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, town attorney report.
Nothing there will to find. And this thing.
Okay, local road street report.
See there, I messed up. I used the credit card, town credit card to pay for my oil change. Pulled the wrong card out, so I'm gonna pay. I think we're, I was just running through here so everybody knows, I'm not trying to rip it down off.
So he has all the receipts and everything.
I got all the seats, I just.
Yeah,
Credit card on the town, credit card, but exactly the same.
Interesting. What are you gonna do?
so I'll just make a motion that
Motion.
it's okay for Lenny to pay that back.
You did change this under 15,000 next month.
All in favor?
And, and I've been to the call with him, there's this program through INDOT. We can pay like, I think it's 5% for new signs throughout the whole time. You guys are okay, we'll go ahead and go through the. Make the motion.
Do we have it before?
No, we cover these signs, we bought several signs in town. Bought everything.
Do they only replace the ones that are there, or is it?
They replace everything. We can add new ones, we can add.
All in favor?
Matt, that's all I got, wait for the snow, we were sleeping.
We'll be busy this weekend, I think.
So wait, I put out there, people don't, that have to park in the streets, we have not parked in the street. Anyway, let's.
We put on the website, but.
We should put that in Marshall's.
What's that?
Put in Marshall's and have it go around, put it ours on.
It was very fine.
You
Okay, town marshal report.
Okay, we had, 2 agency assists, 3 EMS assists, 1 citizens assist, a citizens dispute case, 2 title checks, 1 animal problem, 1 traffic collision, 2 traffic violations, 120 business checks, and 9 sheriff office coverage. When we go to the call that's normally outside of the town, they request us. We're still running the increased traffic control, for school buses in the morning and in the afternoons.
And I did ask, Brian last month if they would start breaking it down individually. And I did get a printout today of that, who's is what on, so. I think it'd just be better if we have a breakdown every month. Okay, wastewater report.
No.
Okay, so, what's your guys' name?
Teresa Meyer.
Okay. All right, so, Teresa Meyer had reached out to me. Do you want to tell what?
Sure.
Okay.
We bought the old, Willoughby place down across from the Shell station, the house that's been vacant for a number of years. Trying to renovate it, supplement our income because things are hard. And we got down getting our permits and everything, and they informed me that since the septic had not been used for over a year, the health department would have to approve it. And means the property is, the house is 75 years old. I don't know if it's gonna pass on the zoning and whatever, but he suggested, he said the sewage, the town sewage runs right past the house.
Only problem is it's on the wrong side of the road. And he said that would be the best case scenario to tap into the town. But we would have to see what that entailed. And they just said, come to the meeting and here I am.
Right, so I appreciate you coming, and reaching out, give me. We're not opposed at all of you hooking in, we just have to figure out like the logistics and how. You have to get state approval to board or highway, it's not something like just anybody could do.
Well, the cost was a big thing in our minds, because I mean, if it was huge amount, then we probably could just spend it all for septic. So again, we just, we're going by, Doug's recommendation that we have to do this.
Right,
So I don't even know what the tap in fee would be if it was on our side of it.
if it was on your side of the road, the tap-in fee is $1,650. And then our sewer is a flat rate every month, 75, 74. Doesn't matter how much water you use or anything like that, we just have a flat rate sewer bill. We can get some information together and see, what it would take to get that, board under and, how we could, figure out who's paying.
Well, is
for
it something that the board even thinks would be feasible for the town? Do I need to just go forward with the septic? Just tell me what your thoughts are.
Somebody jump in, somebody jump in.
All three. Well, no, I think it's feasible, but it's gonna depend on the price and the cost of, $350. I don't know what septic's running right now, I know they're not cheap. Yeah, they're.
I think either way, they're both expensive options. We just didn't know, we were hoping to have the house done in maybe the next
Yeah.
4 to 6 months, so is that gonna be a crunch for, getting that done? I'm just trying to see which way I need to go with the.
I think what we need to do is reach out to our engineer, see what his take is on it, and then we can get back to you and let you know, like, okay, so we have, this information. I don't think it's something.
I mean, it was something that was looked at in the past and something that, yeah, I mean, over. And.
We would love to have access on
Yeah,
that
so I
side.
mean, so. As a town, I think that, we'd love to have the access to it, it's just getting it and then having the ramification of the people on the other side and, share costs and what have you, so. We understand your plight, it's just a matter of how do we do it, or how would we even start that process, and how much it would take, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. Anybody? No.
I would recommend they have the county sewer district, that we can
So,
facilitate that project.
so that's what you're.
He's from the Dearborn County Facility.
That project has looked at several times and many times, and recently was put forward by the county through the art. There, that really like built there, which shows them over that, so, I do think there's a good possibility to facilitate something.
But in your time frame, that's.
Yeah, so, like, we couldn't just say, oh, let's put it on hold for a year, if that's what we're looking at or something. But, if it was doable, then,
Right, well, so I think everybody at the table will love to tell you, yeah, that's true, but I.
You have to replace your system right now.
we really don't know. Honestly, we haven't even located where the septic tank is. I mean, there's just, there's a lot of issues with it. So, I don't know what they said they had to look at the box and the septic tank, and so I'm not sure what they have to, what the box has to be a certain size, or what the zoning law is now. It might be a functioning septic tank,
Well, hopefully that's true.
but, I guess digging it up is our, only way to go to see, what they need to see.
I would look at it, for it.
You wouldn't have any record on where that septic tank system may be on that property, would you, by chance?
The county might, we would have.
Yeah, unfortunately, the county property is not inside the town limits.
Lady, you put that in. Miller?
So, yeah, certainly. I can do it. 1953, you probably did.
So more than likely it's not a code, I would think now.
Well, if it's grandfather, I don't know, but it has to be.
I was wondering, we're doing.
It does, it does. So, well, so what's this for? Is that another- Well,
They're good at that, in place of yours.
It does look really nice.
Yeah, I'd like to compliment you, it looks really nice.
Look, I rode by it for years saying, why don't somebody do something with that
Yeah.
place?
Well, good for you, I mean, it looks great. Unfortunately, there's no answer that I don't think that any of us can give you tonight.
Right.
But it is something that we have looked at and we will continue to look at, and I can assure you the county wants to look at as well. But in your time frame, so my advice would be, work with the county, figure out where it is. If it's usable, if it's functioning, let's hope for your sake, that'd be great, and you can move on, that'd be wonderful. If not, then you just have to really start figuring out what your costs are.
Yeah, he said, go this route, if it's not doable, then we'll go to plan B, you know, which.
With the $30,000 mountain system, I want you to put it
Above it, that's gonna be above it, yeah.
Or if you go in your own system, grinder pump, I can tell you what just hired. So grinder pump is about $7,500. And then underground directional boring at 300 feet was $3,500. So I don't know your distance, but that's separate. Third thing. Tracy, let's start with the county.
Tracy, where's the spread here, right in the middle?
Yeah, we have our meetings on the first and third Thursday, 5 o'clock, and the old commissioner room, it's the old upstairs.
And where's that, Tracy?
You can come talk to us,
The annex.
see what the board could do. Yeah, it's in the
The county annex, so we go to court.
In the back,
A different county.
different county in the back of it.
Because this property is not annexed in,
Right.
and the county is looking at that as possibly one of our.
Next project.
Okay, some timing.
So you'll be there with Rick from your name?
The first and third Thursday.
So first,
Every month.
Thursday.
Next month.
That's now, that's this week.
No.
This will be the fourth Thursday.
Thursday.
Fourth Thursday. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Perfect.
The next one will be February 5th.
Yeah. February 5th. Thank you very much.
Tracy in the different county.
At 5 o'clock.
Brad will be there.
You don't have to be on the agenda, but we take an open public on it at the beginning.
And Doug will be there too, the guy you talked to, Doug Mayor,
Okay.
he'll be there also. But his words are listed.
And there's other contractors, I believe, still, right? Some of the guys that do some of the stuff, that might have a little bit more educated.
We use, sometimes our contractors and engineers for that.
I think we walked into the workshop. It'd be a shortcut, but unfortunately, we don't have the answer for you, make it look for it, but it'll be a kind of narrow it down.
Yeah, then we'll reach out to Tim and just see what,
Yeah,
see what his take is
Sure.
on. And we'll get with you on that too.
you know, 10 months here from the town.
So let me take down your number again, Tracy.
812,
Mhm.
621,
Mhm.
11, just.
Okay. Yeah, we would love to have sewer on that side of the highway. Just don't know if it's gonna work in the time frame, you know,
Yeah.
but we appreciate you coming to the meeting and,
Thank you for your time.
did you have anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, open floor. Matt, you guys have something?
I just wanted to leave about the school up there. About the art program, I was out last week, I tried to call and get an answer, well, I was short tonight, maybe I can visually, but,
Right,
being your. Because put up a realtor, does that mean we have to exit the premise? Or can we still use it for archery program twice a week?
No, once we get it listed with a realtor, then we're not gonna be running it, at all.
You're not gonna be running it at all,
No,
okay?
yeah.
So. Okay, when is this taking place with the realtor?
Well, I was hoping that we made a decision tonight, that we're gonna wait until next week.
If we need to move stuff out, I have to coordinate trucks and trailers and everything to get all our stuff out. We know we have a storm coming this weekend, all 78 kids up there that we're coaching. We're supposed to be in Batesville Saturday. We start shooting at 9 o'clock in the morning all the way through to 6 o'clock at night. So we're tied up Saturday. Sundays I try not to work, you know, do they try to have my back. And hopefully everybody respects that, but I would like a little bit of time ahead of time, you know, so we can schedule trucks and trailers and everything. Yeah.
Okay, do you guys wanna do it next week then, or?
Whenever our deadline is to be out, and whenever the realtor is set up. I mean, I don't know how soon you're gonna do that, but.
Well, and you know the issue that happened.
I do, and I agree and disagree with what I was told.
Will be a great time to discuss it right now.
Yeah, okay, I guess the door was open.
Yeah, Rob completely open.
Okay, kids need a light to go to in the dark to see where they're going. We asked if you get the light bulbs fixed on that side of the building.
And they tried, yeah, they tried.
Okay, that's fine, and we don't know what you don't do, but, you know, you contacted me, I was in the hospital, I handled it when I got out Friday.
Right, and I apologize for bugging you when you had to
You're fine, you're fine, but, you know, my coaches are saying that we gotta be out Thursday, and I said, hang on, I said, I've got the ball, I said, I can't.
Well, I had one missed call from you.
Okay, that's fine, but that's, I run this operation, you run this operation, I just want to talk to you more, face to face, here's the horse's mouth,
Right.
when you want us out. Yeah, we disrespected you, my apologies, you know, it happened,
And hopefully you understand my frustration.
I do.
We're struggling to keep that building as it is, and then the door is propped open in the middle of winter for 2 hours.
Yeah, now, just to clear the air here, we come in there, there's lights on, gym lights have been left on several times. The heater in the hallway, it is thermostat with max when we walked in, that was not us, we are keeping very tight control of that. The only people allowed in the hallway is me, him, or the light. That is it. You know, we're taking care of the floor, we're mopping the floor down, you know, with the brooms, like we said we do, we kind of take care of stuff. Hopefully we're keeping up our environment, there's some things that I don't really want our name go through the mud on, that we have no control over, okay? Does that make sense? Thermostat's got no control over when we're not in there, lights got no control over when we're not in there.
Right, there's other people that use it.
I know.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I guess I just felt like we took the blunt of the hit here, you know, just because the door was cracked open there. Is that the only thing that set it off?
That's what set me off that day, yeah, and it wasn't just cracked, Matt. It was
Okay,
propped completely open.
Okay, yeah, that's respectful, I get that.
And we've been really good to you guys.
Yeah, and then we feel like we have done the same.
Right,
I mean, we come in with the Christmas stuff and everything. And, you know, we feel like we're trying to communicate and work together.
right.
But like, you know, one little hiccup, you know, when I'm out, and I feel like.
Well, we're getting ready to list the building anyways, and I want to get the building cleaned up and be ready to show at any time. I don't want anybody in and out of there.
Okay.
It's a big headache for me too, you know, scheduling everybody, going over, letting them in, going over, locking it back up, going over, shutting the lights off. There's a whole lot to it.
So in the previous part of the agenda here, where you're gonna rent that to a school for basketball, is that null and void too?
No, she has 5 times, cause she was approved for five practices.
Okay.
Yeah, Friday will be her second one,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just curious, you know.
and she's also paid.
Hey, yeah, that's fine, I mean, I understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So, next week I'll move everything out, I'll get it coordinated and, we'll be out of here.
okay,
I appreciate your time, folks. All 78 kids and 6 coaches appreciate your time. I guess that's all I got to say.
yeah, it was gonna end anyways when we signed up.
I know, but I just didn't expect it to be snap fingers and end it right there, you know what I'm saying? I was expecting maybe a little bit of a lead time.
Well, this happened last week and I told him, you
Sure.
guys could practice this week, Tuesday and Thursday.
And, I had kids come to me and said, "Who's that lady coming here?" Got mad at everybody, and I'm like, listen, that's not your business, it's my business. But when I have kids come to me saying some lady come in with a bad attitude, and they didn't like that, I have to address that as the head of the program. I understand your,
Yeah.
trust me,
And I came in and I said to him,
yeah.
who's running the show? And I did start saying things to him, and then I said, I shouldn't do this in here, let's go in here.
And I wasn't there,
And I was not,
I'm getting my feedback, from my coaches, so.
yeah, yeah,
But, we'll get out, is it okay if we have practice there tomorrow night?
yeah,
Okay. After the snowstorm, I'll manage to put some trailers and, we'll get it out there for you.
okay, I appreciate it.
No problem, thank you for your time.
All right, you have a good one. Does anybody else have anything? All right, I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
One second. Very good.
Right now, it's